Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lynn, and I hope that you had a wonderful Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. It is day 4. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. It's a good way to get yourself settled and ready to go for the day. So, let's go ahead and get started. Using your eyes, look around and find one thing that is in your environment that is interesting. And then using your ears, pause and observe, listening for those sounds you didn't notice before. And then finally, with your nose, take a breath in, using the sensation of smelling. What do you notice? And then finally, with your skin, notice what you feel. All right, I like to close my eyes. Remember, there are many different techniques that we've taught. Yesterday, I taught the elephant breathing, right? As you breathe in, you pull your hands up, your trunk, and then as you breathe out, you bring them down. But don't forget, there are some other classics like the flower and the candle, starfish breathing, hot cocoa, rainbow breathing, right? And there's sunset breathing even, okay? So choose something that works for you. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use elephant breathing again. Remember, this was developed by one of our Fort Seller family members here, one of our students here at Fort Seller. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Take your first breath in and out, allowing your shoulders to relax. And knowing that breathing is all about feeling that air come into your body. Feel that air as you breathe in, coming in through your nose and into your belly, expanding it like a balloon. And then slowly let it out. Breathe in once again. Feel the fullness of that breath, and then as you let it out of your mouth, nice and slowly, settle into your chair. Feel that chair holding you up. As you breathe in again, begin to study and observe the sensations within your body. Breathe out, notice all 10 of your toes, all 10 of them. Breathe in, notice the rest of your feet, your heels and your ankles, both of them, both knees. And as you breathe out, scan up your legs to your hips and your belly, your lower back, your upper back. Breathe in. Notice your chest. Notice your shoulders. Notice both arms and both elbows, both wrists, both hands, and all 10 fingers. As you notice them, notice what parts feel sore, what parts feel refreshed and ready to go. Breathe in. Back to your shoulders, noticing your neck. And of course, noticing your head and your face. Breathe out. And finally, study what feelings and emotions you've brought to school today. Happiness, perhaps. Breathe in. Anger, frustration, worry. All of those are real feelings. Don't push any of them away. Breathe out. Sit with your feelings. Invite them in, never to push them off. Accept those feelings for what they are. Now in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, that's ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and yes, enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute. I'm really, really happy every single day that some of you guys are joining me. It's always an invitation. I'm never going to make you do it, but some of you guys are joining me, and that means the world to me. And what also means the world to me is just how respectful everybody else is in letting you practice that minute, that moment, allowing yourself to notice it. We have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, show that you're respectful to yourself as well as to others. Number 2, show that you are responsible with the words that you use. Yesterday, I had to speak to a handful of first graders about making sure that we use our words in a wise way, in a responsible way, in a way that isn't hurtful. Right? We know we can easily hurt people by pushing them if we're not being responsible with our hands. We can hurt people by kicking them if we're not responsible with our feet. But we can also hurt people right in the heart if we are not responsible with what we say, the words that we call people, right? And whenever you guys come around to me or to each other and you say, I like you just the way you are, notice how great you feel and how great that other person feels. See, just like hands can be helpful, feet can be helpful, our words can be helpful. So when we talk about responsibility today, I really want you to think about how we can use our words in a helpful way, because we want to be heroes in each other's story today. And finally, show that you're ready to have class, ready to learn, ready to do your work, ready to toughen up and get the work that you don't want to do done. And then also be ready to be in the hallway, be ready to make sure you're wearing your masks, right? Be ready to eat lunch in the cafeteria and yes, even ride the bus. Finally, in the month of February, we're celebrating the trait of honesty. There are some people yesterday I had to speak to who might have made poor choices. And well, you know what? I was actually, believe it or not, surprised and thrilled and grateful that most of the people I spoke to yesterday were very honest about their poor choices. Was I disappointed? Sure. But was I proud of your honesty? Absolutely. Today, I actually do need to speak to a handful of people about the bus, about one of our buses. So, guess what? I'm going to expect you to practice honesty. If you know something, share it. If you don't, say that you don't know. If you did something that you should not have done, you should admit to it. Finally, last month we celebrated tolerance. And if we compare tolerance with honesty in the month of February as Black History Month, don't forget, we want to practice noticing ourselves, celebrating each other's differences, and being honest with ourselves if we're already judging and thinking about other people in a way that isn't fair. If we haven't gotten to know somebody, we shouldn't judge them and say that they're this or that we're better than them, they're worse than us. We don't want to do any of that. We want to take people for who they are. Okay, so we want to practice honesty with others as well as to ourselves. And we also want to practice tolerance. And by doing that, you're doing a good thing in honor of Black History Month. Okay, let's have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I'll see you around.